Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. I'm just finished up watching Black Widow and I enjoyed it. That said, there are a couple of problems with the movie that I can't overlook. But I'm going to start off with what I did enjoy. First off, the chemistry between Natasha and Yelena, Florence Pugh's character, and Scarlett Johansson's, obviously, the Black Widow, is really good. You genuinely feel that these women could be sisters, even adopted sisters. There's real good chemistry and kind of bickering and banter between them, and it works really well. And I can also see, because Florence Pugh's performance, it's very different. It's very different from Johansson's performance, but I could easily see the torch, which I think is going to happen, being passed to Pugh's character. She could be the new Black Widow, and she will probably kick arse because she kicks arse in this movie. And if you've seen her in Midsummer or Fighting with My Family, she kicks arse. And again, she is the highlight for me of this movie. That said, there are other good characters in it. David Harbour as their adopted father, the Red Guardian, is funny. He's probably the source of most of the comedy in this, and it is funny. He's kind of the discount Russian version of Captain America, and he's all talk and pomposity, and then when it comes to fighting, he's just so and so. He's just about good enough. Rachel Weisz turns up as their mother, aka the Iron Maiden. If you've read the comics, you might know who she is. But she's very motherly towards the two, but she's also, there's something very sinister about her, and I'm not gonna get into that. But you do learn why Natasha and Yelena are like the way they are. The opening is probably my favorite part. It reminds me of a movie called Little Nikita with River Phoenix about Russian sleeper agents in America, and I got that vibe off it, and I think it worked really well. And again, it kind of showed the cruelty of what Natasha had to grow up with, and how this family that she was in or was part of was split up. And it does show the dichotomy of her personality, that there is a lot of compassion there, but there's also a lot of guardedness, that she doesn't trust many people because what happened to her as a child. And it does go into some very dark kind of places, like both Yelena and Natasha are telling the Red Guardian, look, we can't have kids because we had our uterus removed. And it's just, it is kind of, it's fairly heavy. It is a kind of heavy topic. And I think sometimes the humor, they do juxtapose humor on top of that, which doesn't work. I'm not going to go into it too much because I don't want to spoil it. But that would probably be, the humor is good. Again, David Harbour is really funny, but I think some of the humor is a bit misplaced. And the other thing is, while the chemistry to the family is really good, I do think it's kind of sad because this is Scarlett Johansson's last outing as Black Widow. She kind of feels second fiddle to the rest of the characters. Uh, she's not kind of brushed aside totally, but I do feel that we should have spent more time with her by herself. We do at the start, but I just think we end up spending more time with her and her surrogate family than we do with her on her own. And I do think that it does kind of diminish her standalone kind of her standalone movie. It's not really hers, which does diminish the kind of the whole thing in the first place. If I had any other criticisms, the villain played by Ray Winstone is cookie cutter at best. I would probably say he's up there with the early kind of MCU villains that are easily forgettable, like Jeff Bridges and Iron Man. The runtime is incredibly long. They're definitely trying to emulate the feel of, say, Winter Soldier, with the whole espionage element, but it drags on a bit too long and there's a bit too much fat in it. But that said, I had fun with it. I do think if you're a fan of the character, if you're a fan of the MCU, you'll enjoy it. I don't think it's the best. I think the TV shows are doing much better. And there is a couple of nods to the TV shows in the current TV shows in the movie, if you keep your eyes peeled for them. And there's obviously nods to comics and other storylines. But yeah, out of 10, I'd probably give Black Widow 6 or 7. I just felt that poor Scarlett Johansson for her last kind of final solo outing as the character. It really did she did play second fiddle to a lot of the cast. But maybe Florence Pugh might do her justice when she takes over. Well, if she takes over, hopefully she will. But yeah, guys, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.